What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Jay Natisse, and I'm back with a recap review of Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9, episode 7. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we picked up where we left off. No, we didn't. Okay, so the ladies are back from Lake Norman. I feel like Lake Norman was about 2 episodes too long. They could have just wrapped this shit up in one episode. But anyway, we're getting a montage of what the ladies are doing, and we cut to Stacy and TJ. Now, I like Stacy. I like Stacy. Listen, the new girls are bringing it this season. I know we were a little worried without Candace being there. Robin, I didn't really care too much. Her time been up. But the new ladies are bringing it. And I like Stacy. She's just like quirky and she's fun and she's just, she just wants to have a good time and all that stuff. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But her and her best friend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, TJ, they're painting each other. They're going to paint portraits of each other. They always have to mention that TJ does not want to have sex right now. And I'll be honest, we can wrap this up. Because, all right, I ain't going to keep hearing for how many ever episodes there's going to be that this man ain't having sex. Okay? They're not having sex. I don't care. Moving on. And bravo, y'all shady as hell for all this 7 days before Karen's court date, 5 days before Karen's court date. All right, so we're with Ashley. Ashley's getting ready to host Giselle and Karen. She is bringing out some snacks that consist of croissants and popcorn. And I believe there was something else. And I'm just like, Ashley, you could have just bought you a charcuterie board from Kroger, HEB ain't up there. But any supermarket, you could have got you a charcuterie board. You could have made a charcuterie board. But whatever, who cares? So Giselle and Karen come over. Giselle gets there first, and Ashley is mentioning to Giselle how her mom has some type of blockage in her heart and all this stuff. And then Karen arrives. Hey. And excuse me, I'm looking at my notes. Hey, Karen talks about Lake Norman and she's like, I'm disappointed in me and Jacqueline and how they came at her. Um, Ashley and Giselle ask her about the court date, and of course she's scared, she's terrified, but she just wants the support of the ladies, and she's like, Giselle, I know you need our support too because Jamal is getting married. Jamal got married. Pastor Jamal Bryant got married this weekend, so congratulations to him. And she asked Karen, she asked Giselle, how did she feel about it? How she feel that Jamal's engaged and all that stuff? And she's like, I'm happy for him. Giselle's like, I'm happy for him. She's like, I feel like pastors and politicians should be married. I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that, but whatever. Um, she just said her daughters were very confused because all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is my friend, and then it was we getting married. But whatever. So Wendy's out with her family, Eddie, the kids, her mother, and her brother. I forgot what they said his name was, but they're all out to eat because Wendy's oldest son has graduated from elementary school and her daughter has graduated from pre-K. So congrats to the kiddies. Yay! Um, she talks about her birthday party. She's planning a big 40th birthday party, and the mother's like, oh, so that's why I haven't gotten my allowance. She's like, you know what, mama? She just Venmos her mom $500 real quick, which is whatever. So mama gets an allowance from Wendy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't look over here, parents. Oh no, I ain't got it. But if you got it and you want to, take care of your parents in that manner, by all means. She goes on. They go on to discuss how Eddie. She invited Eddie's family to the birthday party, but Eddie's siblings were like, she doesn't. They don't really trust their kids being watched by anybody other than the parents. So the siblings are gonna go, but the parents are gonna stay home. The mama said, I don't trust them. Kids are sitting right there. And I just really hope that everybody comes together because Eddie's side hasn't even met their kids. And Wendy said that they didn't even go to Eddie's law school graduation. So they need to just let bygones be bygones, unless somebody like beat somebody up or something like that. But they really just need to let bygones be bygones and just move on. And hopefully the kids can know Eddie's side of the family and all that stuff. And oh, Wendy was like, she told the kids, congratulations, this is only the beginning. And she told them kids that, you know, she requires that they at least get a master's degree. And if they don't, that they not gonna get their trust fund money. And I was just like, Wendy, weren't you the one saying like, oh, your mom put all this pressure on you and all this stuff? So why you gonna put all this pressure on your kids? So moving on. And we're back at Ashley's house. Ashley and her boys, they're putting together like some flowers for Ashley's mom who's coming over. The boys are getting really, really big. Kind of bad as hell because they were sitting on that island the whole time. And I was just like, Ashley, tell your boys again. I wanted to put on the screen. I was like, get off that table. But anyway, Ashley's mom comes over and um, Ashley was saying how she had her mom drinking like olive oil juice and all that stuff, and she asked her mom, you want some of that juice? And her mom was like, no, I'll take some wine. And Ashley is concerned because her mom is 58. She's getting older, and she's at a point, that eventually she might have to end up taking care of her mom. Just what happens in life. Ashley goes on to talk about that they have mediation, her and Michael, and if all goes well, she can file for divorce in June, which was June this past June. It's November, and I haven't heard nothing about her filing or getting divorced. So Ashley, if you're not divorced by the end of this season, or we haven't heard an update about you being divorced, then I'm gonna need this for you to be your last season, my love, because you're not giving us anything. I'm sorry. You're messy. I know you bring the mess, but that's all. Like like we've been talking about this impending divorce for the past five, or not five, the past like 2 seasons. So come on, like, but I guess I get it. She was used to a certain lifestyle with Michael. He had the money, and she's not gonna be able to, have the same lifestyle. Anywho, but she got his kids, so she gonna get a child support check. She talks to her mom and she's just like, oh, her mom says, I just want you to be happy. And now she's like, well, I want you to be happy too. Now we remember Ashley's mom is with some no good man who she's been with. I believe it's Ashley's sister's father, who may be like a teenager, like early 20s or whatever. Um, some no good man that she's been with for years, and like he just recently started contributing to the household, and Ashley's mom is working 12-hour days just to provide. And again, this woman is 58 and has health issues. So Mama Sheila, you may need to you do need to take your own advice and do what you got to do. So Jassie's throwing a party to celebrate her benchwarmer boyfriend's win in the Super Bowl. I kid, but he kind of is. But hey, he still make a hell of a lot more money than I do, just sitting on the bench or just playing a few. a few games for a few minutes. So it is what it is. But she's throwing a party. Um, and the ladies are starting to get there, and Mia and Ink arrive, and Mia, like, now that I've seen them in person, like together, I was just like, damn. Mia is like a giant compared to Ink. Ink gotta be like, I don't know, like 5'7". I don't know. I mean, I'm 5'2", so I can't talk. But Mia is tall, and it's just, I don't know, whatever. Who cares? And Mia and Ink are just saying like, yeah, like when we're with Gordon, it's all love. Everything's going great. We gonna put a pin in that because y'all know what happened at the end of the episode. Okay. And at this point, Karen's court date is 4 days away. Bravo, y'all so shady. Y'all so damn shady. Kay arrives with her boyfriend, and Jassy says in her confessional, everybody's man is shorter than I imagined. Greg is short, but Kiana's shorter. and and Kay calls out Mia for saying that Greg was a drug dealer. And she's like, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about your ex-boyfriend. He's like, he's a social. Mia said he's a social worker. We can tell. I was like, damn, Mia. So what? He's a social worker, and right. Stacy and TJ arrive, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's TJ. That's TJ. Oh my God!" And Wendy says in the confessional, "I knew when I saw TJ that man wasn't getting no buns." She said she knew that man wasn't sexually active, but that's my interpretation. Okay? And everybody's talking. Eddie was like, great relationships start from friendships, and TJ's like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, because the physical can get boring and all that stuff. And Ashley is like, so what do you guys do? Like, damn, like acting like, damn, all you can do is sex. And I think Stacy or TJ or one of them was like, oh, we went to the zoo the other day, and Ashley was just like, and I'm just like, yo, don't knock it till you try it. We be going to the zoo too. And so Mia confronts Karen. Giselle pulls them off to the side so they can talk. Mia says she never went to rehab. She just overdosed on opiates. She says she got addicted from when she had her C-section with her first son, I believe, Joshua. Yeah, because Jeremiah is the kid in question with ink. So she said that, Joshua was born by C-section, and that they gave her opioids and she ended up getting addicted to them. She said she went the holistic route to get clean, and that's when she was introduced to chiropractic care, and that's where the joint came about. Now, Mia, you still be lying, because wasn't the joint chiropractic G's family's business and you just happen to get in because you're his wife? Mia, we see you. Make it make sense, love. Make it make sense. Hey? Mia says she loves Karen, but Mia says she loves Karen, but she feels like she was coming for her. Karen's like, well, I'm sorry, you came for me first, and if you go low, I'm gonna go to hell. That was pretty much the conversation. Um, they kind of don't get. They kind of agree to move forward, and Mia goes and kisses Ink. Hey, and then the Jassy's boyfriend arrives. Jassy's boyfriend arrives, and y'all know what they saying about, him and Jassy's relationship. The baby mom has came out and spoke. And if y'all watch Color Me Pink, that's Color Me Pink, spelled Pynk. If y'all follow her channel, she has an interview coming up, I believe, on Thursday with the baby mama. So I'm gonna be tuned in with my popcorn, like, So Let's move on from there. 3 days until Karen's court date. Karen meets up with her cousin David, and Karen says that, she's been having a tough time at life since the tax issues with Ray back in like 2018, I believe. And she just goes down, all the stuff that she's been through. She's like, she had to move. Her parents were about to move in with her. And unfortunately, they ended up passing like months or even like a year behind each other. And she says she feels like that night everything came coming, crashing all into each other. And we find out her cousin David was actually on the phone with her when she had that accident. So, it was a real emotional moment. Moving on. Ink is over at Mia's house. This is the last thing. Give the kids popsicles. The kids are all happy. Blah blah blah. Gordon arrives, and the kids are all like, "Daddy!" And the kids go in their room. Mia asks Gordon if they can have a conversation with the kids, and she thinks it's finally time to tell the kids that her and Ink are together. Now, Mia may think these kids don't know, but these kids know something. Wasn't it last season where Gordon was like, Jeremiah told me that he saw you and Mr. Ink in the bed to Mia. So these kids know something's going on. They know that mama and daddy are not in the same house. Like, yeah, Gordon lives in the same building, like a floor or two down or up, or who cares? But they know something's up. Like, these kids not dumb. Like, what, Jeremiah's like 8, and the Juju, she's like 6. And then she has her oldest son. I don't even know where he is. But anyway, he said he's not interested in filming with Ink. He's like, I'm not here to promote y'all's relationships. I'm not here to uplift y'all's relationship. He's like, when I look at you, I see somebody that committed adultery with my wife. Now, I want to feel bad for Gordon. I really, 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 really do. However, we all know that have been watching that Mia and Gordon started out as an affair. Gordon was married previously. When he met Mia, they started messing around. They ended up getting married. So I can't feel all that bad. How you get them is how you lose them. Like, so I can't feel all that bad for Gordon. And, you know, it is what it is. Mia's probably going to get hers one day. So it is what it is. Um, So yeah, he goes on to say that he sees somebody that slept with my wife when I was married, while we were married, try to break up that family. Ink says that's not what she told me. She told me that the situation's been expired, and Gordon brings up that apparently Ink slept with Mia right after they got married, and she got pregnant, and she terminated that pregnancy that was supposedly Ink's. And now we have the case where Ink thinks Jeremiah is his. And he's like, did you commit adultery twice with my wife? And they kind of just look all silly. They kind of just look at him. Oh, and the when Gordon mentions the termination of the pregnancy, Gordon Ink was like, that's the first time I'm hearing about that. Why Mia and Gordon look at him like, man, please. They gave him the come on, son, look. uh, anyway, Mia and Gordon go back and forth till Gordon storms out. Mia saying that, she had been trying to get out of the marriage for years, but she's worried about his mental health and blah blah blah. That's the end of the episode. It gave what it needed to give, but that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you happen to like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to like, comment, and please subscribe. I'm up to 65 subscribers now, y'all. So let's go. Let's get it. I want to try to make 100 by the end of the year. I don't know. We finna find out. But please subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend that I'm here. I'm a new kid on the block, and Y'all have a good one. Later.